ProphetX is the betting exchange that's about to solve every single sharp bettor's biggest nightmare. And I'm going to show you exactly why this platform is completely different from any other sportsbook that you've used. I've been crushing the sportsbooks for over 3 years, earning $90,000 in profits using strategies like arbitrage and positive expected value betting. The moment that you start winning consistently, these sportsbooks cut your limits down to nothing. What's crazy is that ProphetX operates completely differently. It's a peer-to-peer betting exchange where you're not betting against the house, you're betting against other players. This means that ProphetX actually wants you to win big because they make money no matter who wins the bet based off of small fees. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how ProphetX works, why you'll never get limited, explain how the liquidity system operates, and showcase the strategies that work best on this sportsbook. Plus, I'll show you something that most people don't realize: why these exchanges can be more profitable than your traditional sportsbooks. By the end of this video, you'll understand why ProphetX might be the future of sports betting. Let me start by showing you exactly what ProphetX is and why it's completely different from DraftKings or any other traditional sportsbook. When you bet on DraftKings, you're betting against the house. It's a zero-sum game. Either you make money or DraftKings makes money. So if you place a $1,000 wager and win this bet for $3,000, you're up $3,000, while DraftKings is down $3,000. That's exactly why they limit profitable customers. But ProphetX is a peer-to-peer betting exchange. When you place a bet, you're not betting against ProphetX, you're betting against another person on the platform. So if you're looking to bet the over here on Boise State, South Florida, you can see up here at the top, there's $806 available. ProphetX just facilitates the transaction and takes a small 3% fee on winning wagers, kind of like the rake in poker. So ProphetX doesn't care if you make $1 million on their platform because they're making money off you either way. You're just taking money from other bettors, not from the house. So let me show you how this works in practice. When we're looking at the Cowboys and the Eagles right here on the total points, over under 46.5 points. Well, as you can see on the over 46.5 at -107, there's $874 available. That's called liquidity. On the other side, on the under, there's $1,023 available. So the beauty here is I can bet however much I want to up to that available liquidity. There's no arbitrary limit like $19.19 maximum that sometimes you'll see on MGM or DraftKings. Let's dive a little bit deeper into how the liquidity system works because this is so crucial to understanding why ProphetX is so powerful. Over here looking at a traditional sportsbook like Caesars, if I want to bet the Eagles on the money line, I have to accept this price at -335. But if I think that that price is too expensive, I can go ahead and create my own order. So if I click on the Eagles money line right here, and if I wanted to put up $400, maybe I want to set this price though at -315. This offers me the ability to create my own odds and create my own price if I disagree with the traditional sports books. This is something that you literally cannot do on the traditional sports books. You can't go over to FanDuel and negotiate their price, but on the exchanges, you have the power to do so. The downside is there isn't much liquidity or interest sometimes in games that are days away. But on game day, you'll find that there's thousands of dollars of liquidity on each side. Here's the part that changes everything for profitable bettors. You'll never get limited on ProphetX. I've been limited on practically every major sports book. Try to place $100 on the over 4.5 strikeouts at KC Mize? I can only bet $14.54. You know what? I want to bet the over on Shohei Ohtani's strikeouts tonight over at FanDuel. I really want to bet $400. Oh, I can only bet $217. It's incredibly frustrating when you have a profitable system, but you can't get any meaningful money down. On ProphetX, this will never happen because they're not losing money when you win. They're taking their 3% fee regardless of who wins or loses. It's like being at a poker table. The casino doesn't care who wins the hand because they're getting their rake either way. And as you can see on this Giants moneyline play, there's almost $4,500 available for me to wager on this play. So this means that if you learn how to beat the exchanges, you can scale up indefinitely. There's no ceiling on how much you can make because there are no limits. Now let me show you the strategies that work best on ProphetX, because betting on exchanges requires a slightly different approach than traditional sportsbooks. Using a tool like OddsJam, their positive expected value tool, we can see that there's a really good play here on Carson Wisenhunt over 2.5 player earned runs, plus 100 odds on DraftKings, but maybe I'm really limited on DraftKings. We can see that a sharp sportsbook like Pinnacle has this at minus 123 odds on the over, so they think it should be a very heavy favorite. Well, what I can go over and do on ProphetX is maybe set this price up for plus 103 on the over, because that's the side that I want to bet, meaning that I'm going to offer minus 103 odds on the under. So now I'm going to be offering the best price on the under, so my order's most likely going to get filled, and now I'm receiving an incredible price on the over. One massive mistake that most people who utilize a software make is that once they get limited on, say, a Fanatics or a DraftKings, they don't filter for those sports books anymore when they're looking to place a one-sided bet. But with the power of exchanges, you can create whatever price that you want to. So utilizing a positive expected value strategy, looking at really solid plays on books that maybe you're limited on, but you can go ahead and create a very similar price on the exchanges and get your order filled. That's a next level strategy that very few sports bettors actually apply. When it comes to pre-match arbitrage betting, we see an opportunity here for Dylan Raiola on his over-under on his passing touchdowns between ProphetX and SportsZeno. You just want to make sure that you are aware of the liquidity out there on ProphetX so that you don't go ahead and place a $100 wager on SportsZeno. You're not going to be able to make that $90 wager here because currently there's only $39. Being aware of that is something that's crucial to your success. But with these exchanges, you can find incredible opportunities when liquidity is high for live or pre-match arbitrage betting. If you're finding value in this breakdown of ProphetX and you want to see more profitable betting strategies, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Click that thumbs up button and tap that bell notification so you don't miss the next video that I release. I'm constantly testing out new platforms and strategies, and I share my insights on this channel. You're not going to want to miss it. Now, I want to be completely honest about the downsides of ProphetX because no platform is perfect. The biggest issue is liquidity. For popular markets on game day, you're not going to run into any problems with liquidity. But for niche markets or games that are days away, you might not find that anyone's willing to take your other side of the bet. The second issue is that 3% fee on winning bets. This means that if you're placing a wager at plus 118 odds, you're really getting paid out at plus 114 odds after the fee. It's not a huge difference, but it does eat into your profits slightly. The third thing to understand about this platform, it's a much more active form of betting. On DraftKings, you place your bet and that's it. But at ProphetX, let's say that you place a wager on the Chiefs money line, and then 3 hours later, you find out that Patrick Mahomes isn't going to play. You're going to want to be on top of that news because you're either going to want to adjust the odds pricing for that play or pull it down altogether. Even with all that said, I believe that ProphetX is the future of sports betting. If you're a recreational bettor that just wants to place a few bets for fun, go to the traditional sports books. But if you're a bettor that's serious about making money consistently, the exchanges are where you want to go. My recommendation when you jump onto ProphetX is to start small. Understand how the sportsbook operates and their liquidity system. Once you get the hang of it, that's where you can scale. Football season is here, and if you love to bet on player props, what you've probably found out is that it's very difficult to get any meaningful money down on these traditional books because they only let you bet $100 or $200 max. But with the exchanges, that's no problem at all. Click this video right here that's going to walk you through my favorite NFL player prop markets to smash. Utilizing ProphetX with this strategy is going to allow you to scale your bankroll and make some serious money.